And some of them say them a Rasta man, but some of them a two-faced Rasta man. Lord them lie, son. The wicked them lie, son. Yeah, yeah. I said the wicked them lie, son. Yeah. Some of them say them a natty dream, and some of them say them a Rasta man, but some of them a two-faced Rasta man. Since the wicked them say Selassie I did, some of them a turn back to Bali, cause some of them a trick of them tally. I know we are find all the hypocrites, since the wicked them say Selassie I did. But children, don't be misled, cause Jah is not there. How can Jah leave his children in the wilderness to suffer? The wheat and the tears must grow until the day of judgment, when Jah shall declare himself and separate them from each other. Cause some of them say them a natty dream, and some of them say them a Rasta man, but some of them a two-faced Rasta man. From the wicked them say Selassie I did. Yeah, some of them a turn back to Bali, and some of them a trick of them tally. I know we are find all the hypocrites, since the wicked them say Selassie I did. Yeah, Lord, the wicked them lie, Lord, yeah. Is it dream? Natty dream, and some of them say them a Rasta man, but some of them a two-faced Rasta man. From the wicked them say Selassie I did. Some of them a turn back to Bali, and some of them a trick of them tally. I know we are find all the hypocrites, since the wicked them say Selassie I did. But children, don't be misled, cause Jah is not there. Oh, can Jah leave his children in the wilderness to suffer? But the wheat and the tears must grow until the day of judgment, when Jah shall declare himself and separate them from each other. until the day of judgment.
If you want to know the history of a people, listen to their songs. Aye. Aye. Give it. Aye. Let it go. When we children misbehave, we just we put licks in the tail, bring them back in line.
Hey, well, we're in our second episode of Who's on the Go Mike podcast. I'm here with Lionel Nedwell, my co-host.
Good afternoon.
And yeah, it's the 18th of February 2023. And we'll be here for the next hour and a half. And we want to let you know a lot of things that we see that are very vital to the people of Antigua and Barbuda, which you don't really get on the main media outlets. So stay tuned and listen to what we have to say. Don't just listen and close your ears or listen and not pay attention, because we have two things. Human beings have the ability to hear from their ears, but you actually have to sit down and pay attention in order to listen to the message that we're putting out. And I have a feeling that we in Antigua, we hear a lot of stuff, but we're not really listening to the message that has been said. And that's one of the reasons we had to start our own podcast. It's a big necessity for us to get out our message so that you can hear what we're telling the people of Antigua and Barbuda. And the good part is, I think we even have our phone lines up now so that people could actually call in. The number is 462-0383. So if anybody feels interested, they can actually be the first caller on Who's on the Go Mike podcast. A lot of things have happened in Antigua and Barbuda this week, Nedwell. One of the things I'd like to let the Antigua and Barbuda be aware of is that I feel that the whole issue on the Africans who came into Africa 1st of November till sometime late December, I feel that issue has sort of quieted down right now. I feel like the Antigua and Barbuda people have moved on to the next issue. This is an issue that is going to affect Antigua and Barbuda for many years to come. And I do hope and pray that they are listening to what we have to say on the matter. Neddy, you say a few words. Let me just try to get this stuff sorted out.
Yes, good afternoon to all our listeners. Good to be here with you. It's a privilege to be here with you, trying to inform you as to what is going on within this country. It's not a nice situation, but we have to live with it. You see what's going on, especially my host here talked about the Africans, and we see how that was done quite shabbily, just so shabby the way that was done. And it remains that way until it's been fixed. We need to fix that stuff, but we need to know exactly what's happening in order to fix it. And we're not getting anything from the ones in authority who has created this situation. Anyway, we keep on going and we're hoping for the best. I realize that quite a few people in Antigua has gotten sympathetic to to these Africans. I've known of an individual who was taken in 3.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, 3?
3 of them.
We're going to take in 3 Antiguans,
yeah,
3 Jamaicans.
This is what I'm saying. They're Antiguans that's going through basically the same plight, and they're not even concerned about the Antiguans, but they took in 3 Jamaicans. But these things do happen. It's sympathetic. There is sympathy. They're quite
It's a
sympathetic
passing
to
good picnic for us.
Yeah, that's what.
You
That's
know,
true. That's how it's supposed to be.
That's what I know.
But do we do things how it's supposed to be in this
Antigua?
Antigua?
No, not really.
Okay,
You're right into that.
Good.
Yeah, we like to put the
So
horse before
good
the
to
car.
good to be with you this afternoon, all of our listeners, and I just hope that you will sit tight and hear what we are saying, digest it, and decide what you're going to do in the near future.
Yeah. Boy, there's so many issues that we have to deal with.
So many.
And you know,
left.
one of the things I like to make and thing about is, we heard that there was a lot of Africans at the police station, St. John's police station yesterday.
Oh boy.
And part of the reason, well, people were saying that they went there to get their work permits and so on. But I asked around some of my police friends. Apparently, there was some scam artist in Antigua, a fellow African, who told a lot of them who were remaining in Antigua that you could get them back to their countries in Africa. And apparently he was taking money from them. He was actually renting places to them and so on. I heard it was like $100 US a night. $100 US a night.
Really?
And sometimes $200 US a night. So
Wow.
there is exploitation of these Africans. Oh, just let them stay and let them be at the mercy of what? Bad people?
Yeah.
Because it's not all Antiguans are good now. Some of them will exploit this damn situation. Some
easily.
other, not only Antiguans, or whoever in the country will exploit the situation
Easily.
and take those people for slave labor.
How you mean?
But what we hear was really that a lot of Africans who had given this man money for the return trip to Africa. They made the complaint to the police. The police did had a search warrant and went into his house or wherever his business or whatever, and found several $1,000s.
Wow.
You know, so apparently he's still being held by the police, and that is human trafficking. You open up people to being exploited.
Very much so.
It's just like one of them prostitutes they had down at them nightclubs and so on, where they take away their passport and they're having them work these funny hours and have to pay for the room that they're doing their business in, and in order to show that they're not held without held at you are being held.
Ransom?
No, when I'm ransom, what's the word now? That you were being held. You didn't have your freedom to move around freely.
Captive, basically.
You're being held captive. In order to prevent that, they'll have a party. I've done a couple of these cases.
Wow.
So what they do at these nightclubs or these whorehouses, for lack of a better word, the whorehouses in them will, you can't hold anybody against their will. That's called false imprisonment.
That's right.
So what you do is they have a day of the week where they tell these prostitutes, these young girls, you're going to have a beach party. And so every week, they're not allowed to leave and go into the society. They take away their passport. But in order to fool the authorities, they'll tell them, every week we're going to the beach on like Thursday. And when they go on the beach, that will do. Oh, but you were at the beach, so how were you held? You did get out of the place and were on the beach at a party with us.
Wow.
One of these young girls that said, a Jamaican girl said, what basically is that if you didn't go to the beach party, then you are fine, because you're basically paid for the room that you sleep in and you do your work in with your customers. And then if you didn't go to the beach party, then you are fine. You understand? So that is how they get around saying that you are falsely imprisoned. And that is one of the problems that you see that some of these young girls get into. And I do believe that these Africans are going to get into a problem with this too.
Basically,
I do believe they're going to get into a problem with this.
As I said, there's a lot of room for exploitation.
Yeah.
And I believe it's already begun. Yeah,
sad business.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very sad business.
We are talking about it from this level, but we have to understand, what are the authorities doing about this?
Mm-hmm.
What are they? They're not thinking, they're not saying nothing to the nation. It's just like, it's the norm.
Yeah, this is what you got to put up with. Take it or leave it. This is what going down. This is what going down right now.
No. That's not what we hired them to do here.
Boy, we don't hire them to do a lot of this
we
stuff.
hire them to run the thing properly, and you have to run it properly if you're running a country. And it's like they're not. You know, it's like whatever they feel like doing, they just do it. And they have no explanation to the people and all that. So, you know, take it or leave it, as you said.
You know, I want to get out some of my stuff. So you go ahead and talk, Neddy. Just give me a second there. I want to
Oh,
get
sure,
out.
sure,
So let
sure.
the people know that we're alive now.
Yeah,
You know?
there's a lot of things going on here in Antigua that need to be addressed. And, you know, just because we are not getting and we are not demanding an explanation from these people who we put in authority to run our affairs, daily affairs, you need to know what's going on. And people are not demanding that they're telling them what's going on. So because of that, there are a lot of things in Antigua that need to be fixed, and they're not doing it. I have a drainage next to me there, Vere. And if you see that drainage, it hasn't been touched for months.
Where is this?
Right next to me, that big gutter there,
Where is this? Where?
on Kentish, on Kentish Road. Right on Kentish Road, coming down to about mid-Kentish, there is this big gutter that leads to Perry Bay section. And where that gutter, I took a picture of it and put it on Facebook at one point. Because people need to know and people need to see what's going on. That gutter there is just so filthy. It's loaded with this, that, and the other. And because nobody is doing nothing about it, it piles up. So we have a big pile of soda bottles, this can, that bucket, all kind of foolishness in that thing there. And they won't, as I said, we put it on Facebook.
Yeah.
I put it on Facebook, and it's like nothing happened. They
We need to go down to solid waste.
Oh, I called them too. You
Call
know.
them, what happened?
Let's say let's look at it, but they're thinking nothing
Not
happened.
a damn thing, eh?
Nothing
Hey,
happened.
but you know what? Of all the government ministries, right?
Uh,
I don't think there's a more befitting name.
then those
That solid,
solid
waste.
waste, they are.
It is so befitting of the organization, the government. You know, solid it's waste. Neddy, you know, I had my experience with solid waste before. You remember with the Golden Grove Community Center?
Yes, yes.
When
yes.
I wrote to them,
Yes.
I went down there.
Yes,
I don't
remember
live in
that.
Golden Grove, no, not Grove area.
No, but you were concerned.
I was concerned because
You see what's
a
happening?
young girl got bugged in the community center with Winston Williams supposed to put up and so on. And I finish off the building. Girl get bugged, 9-year-old boy by about 9-year-old girl by about what, a 14-year-old
13,
boy.
14-year-old, yeah.
And the sad situation is, I wrote to them telling them, well, we went into the place, we saw panties in there, we saw feces in there.
Filth.
I've been there another case where I saw people drug
Filthy.
vials and so of drugs in there.
Yeah.
Drug dealers selling in there.
Yes, yeah.
And I made a complaint to the authorities. Down to the health center.
Just like you
You
did.
know what happened? Oh, we don't see any community center. Well, I said that was what it's supposed to be. Were you trying to be smart with me?
Yeah.
It is supposed to be, I don't know what else. The structure there, when you turn off Kentish Road, make the right to go of North Grove Hill.
That's
on the
right.
left-hand side, a quarter of the way up on the left-hand side, you will see
Yeah.
a structure.
Just
Whatever
as
you
turn-
want to
just
call
as you
it.
turn in, you see, yeah.
Can you clean it up? Can you do something, bar it up or whatever? The woman come and tell me, well, we didn't see a structure. Oh, no, yeah, we see the structure. And then she told me, where we're going to, well, first of all, she didn't even go there. You know, the woman tell me, and we got reports of Vere structures on Camacho Avenue on East Street. You have structures on there, and there have been health violations, health violations of what's going on up there. I say, who? Oh, Vere. Which Vere do you have? Because those structures were purchased by grandfather before me even born.
Right.
I can give you the number for the administrator of his estate, Roswell Bird. But in regards to Vere Bird III, please just address the issue before you. Golden
that
Grove community. So she
represented
trying to say, but you that ain't dirty and so, but what about you? You nasty, you know. That's what, boy, I tell you, I don't know any government institution, body with a more befitting name than solid waste. It's just, oh my God. But you see the building that solid waste in?
Where are they?
Huh?
It's not that they when you go over there by Tyndall Road, go across there, that building? That's
No. That is
that's CBH.
That's CBH.
Right, very solid waste.
Solid waste is up by You know, it is up at Airport Road there, and then where Shy used to have the manufacturing just coming on to the end before the stoplights.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Nice,
That's really-
clean building,
Yeah.
solid waste, doing everything there and all that.
Yeah, that's a nice building.
But I mean, you know, my situation is that when you look at the health center now, right? If I make a report on the health center, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Come in and understand
What's really going on in that area?
where's the health? Where's the health in Antigua?
Who is doing what and what is doing who in terms of what their job description say it's all about? Because when you have a job, you know, there's some sort of job description that goes along with it.
Yeah.